Well, I've been feeling a bit down today. I need to get myself out for a run, try and cheer myself up. But before I go out for a run, I just wanted to show you guys something first. I've got my Budweiser down there ready for my 50th birthday at some point this year. And there's the one of my old trophies. But under all my Sunderland hats. Oh, three little memorabilia. I've got some very old programs in there, and yeah, box full of medals. The world's biggest half marathon race within a race. The winner, Sunderland Echo. It was the first Northeast lad home. A few bits and pieces here. There's the old Ray Harrison Memorial 10k 2004. I'm sure that's Newton Aycliffe when I won. And then got all sorts of different plaques and trophies in here. What's this one? Ray Harrison again, 2011 first meal. This is the very old one, the very first race I ever won. First Penny Pot 8 road race. Penny Pot, 4th of April 1993, the first race I ever won. It was down somewhere, Harrogate I think it was, but it was like an army race, and your car was getting checked before you went into the barracks, see if you had any sort of bombs and this, that and the other kicking about. They're looking under your car, and you got in, you had to run about, it was 8 mile. Yeah, 8 mile race. I led from start to finish and I won by a distance, but it wasn't a quality field. I remember somebody saying, "Oh, are you training for the Olympic Games?" I was like, "No, I'm not that good really." And I was in Pickley Roadrunners. There you go, Pickley Roadrunners. My first running club I was in, 1993. I won the Grand Prix. Not the race Grand Prix. There's another Great North Run medal. There's all my Great North Run medals. Great North Run 2002. Great North Run. And what's this one down here? I don't know, but it's a gold medal. What does it say? Oh yes, this was a race when we went. Was it Portugal? 1990. Yes, it was Portugal. 1998. We won the clubs. We're in the clubs championships for the half marathon. That was a great race. There's many more trophies and medals in here. What's that one? Middlesbrough. Yeah, Middlesbrough. 93 first. I won that Rose Tree 5 race. Bluebell Woods. That's Bluebell Woods. We had to do 2 laps of the Bluebell Woods, and I beat a lad from up Sherburn Hill. Great lad he was. But I remember doing that race at the end, because it was like a small local Durham race. You got a couple of bottles of wine and you got this big paper weight. But yeah, these races back in 1993, after the Penny Pot Lane one when I won, this was my second race I won, I think. The Rose Tree 5, Jesus Christ, 1993. Those days were fantastic. Right, I'm off for a run so I can cheer myself up a bit. Actually, what I'll do is, I'll take you now down to where I won this, down Bluebell Woods. Here we go. It's a miserable Sunday. Absolutely miserable. It's not as miserable as the way I feel at this moment in time. I think this is probably one of the days in lockdown where I'm feeling a little bit down. I'm feeling a bit sick of lockdown. There's floods everywhere. So I'm going to go for a run in Durham, around the woods, in the mud, in the wet, in the rain, to try and cheer myself up a little bit. Because everybody, I suppose, out there, you know, even in lockdown, you can't do much apart from exercising, your shopping. I've done my shopping, done my housework, I've done all sorts of bits and pieces, cleaning out cupboards I didn't even know existed anymore. Yeah, but I found all sorts of old crap at the bottom of the cupboards, and I've thrown stuff away and packed stuff up and whatever else, because, you know, at the end of the day, when lockdown is all done and dusted, I am hoping to eventually be able to sell my house and move on somewhere different. But yes, the heavens are opening up. No football, things might be starting to go to some back to normality, nowhere near the normality as we used to know it, but normality as in schools possibly could be slightly reopening in parts of the back end of May. We could get some kind of sport going in June, possibly, you never know. Premier League might return. There's going to be testing done every single day for these Premier League footballers, and they get through different stages. So the first stage, obviously you get fit on your own. Second stage, I think you come together in a group, but you don't do any exercise close together. Third stage, then you got more sort of close passing and combat, like it's any kind of fight. And then you got your next stage, the fourth stage, which is like you're going to be doing sort of like teamwork training, and then you got obviously your matches at the end of the day. And you know, you've got all that going on. So if they're getting tested every day, if they're getting checked out for the coronavirus, these players are all together. They're going to be players that are all, when they get to match day fitness, are all going to be fit. They're all going to be 100% without coronavirus, so they can get on with it. But it's whether we can spare up the essential, you know, the first aid workers and people to look after, you know, footballers that do get injured. So we have to have somebody on call, you know, first response on call. But we do need to get football back at some point in June. We have to, just for my sanity alone. I've been meaning to do videos all week, haven't got the time. I haven't got the motivation. I'm starting to get to the bottom of the barrel now. I just don't know what to do. I can't think straight sometimes. I've got a video probably coming out later on in the week where I go for a run around the lovely woods in Houghall and Shincliffe. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go there now actually, but it's like a flood. I have to shove all my clothes straight in the washing machine when I get back. But I don't care about getting wet. I don't care about getting muddy. I don't care about getting dirty. I don't care about getting soaked. I couldn't give two hoots. I just want to get out there in the fresh air and do some exercise and feel good, feel excited about something in life. Because at this moment in time, I need just to get some fresh air. So I'm going to pull up here where people do pull up and go for walks and go for runs. It's normally a little busy car park, but I'm going to find somewhere. There's plenty of places to park here. Everybody's down here, but not as many as normal because it's been raining. Outside the rose tree, here we go. Let's get pulled up. Let this dude past in his car, give him a flash to get through. I'm going to get up here, turn around, come back here. Nice wavio. And then let's see. Oh, there's plenty of spaces here. Look at this. Is nice. This is nice. I'm going to park the car here, and I'm going to go for a nice run around the woods. A bit of nature. Bluebell woods. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll be slipping and sliding. I don't really care. I really don't care, to be honest. I just want to get out there and do some exercise and have a bit of, I don't know what it is, just to take this burden off my shoulders. It's just crazy. It is crazy at this moment in time. Yesterday, I didn't feel too bad, but I've been watching a good TV show, great TV show called Afterlife, and we'll talk about that when I get back. Here we go, first 15 minutes of me run over. Nice big fields down in Durham, Maiden Castle. We're going over the main bridge here, over the river towards Maiden Castle, the old Graham Sports Centre. Some money's been put into that mine over the last years. Absolutely amazing. River, I'm absolutely soaked, I'm drenched, but as they say, you can only get wet once, so why not enjoy yourself? 15 minutes done, feel great, feel better already. I'm going to continue the next 15 minutes, going to run past the Graham Sports Centre and go over to Bluebell Woods. Oh, 30 minutes gone, still feeling good. It's called Bluebell Woods, but I call it Bluebell Woods for the simple reason there's bluebells everywhere. But it's Houghall Woods, and you can go for some good hikes around here. It's only about 20 minutes of a run for the full loop, but 2 or 3 loops of this woods and you'll be feeling tired. I'm feeling better already. Mindset's getting better. What exercise does to you. Absolutely fantastic. I did a good stretching regime before I came out. My daughter's really fit into ballet, dance and all that, so she put us through me paces with some stretches, and I feel tons better for it already. But I'm going to continue with the run now. I'll see you about 45 minutes in. Bluebell Woods. When the world's going to pot, come down here, get yourself some exercise, free your mind. It's chucking it down, I'm soaking wet, but I don't care. I'm enjoying myself. 45 minutes in me run, I'm heading on my second lap. I've been on the big fields, now I'm going down Houghall Woods, going down a nice steep hill, down bank, keep myself, you lean forward, you relax your arms and you let yourself flow. You don't normally carry a mobile phone with you, but there, Bluebell Woods, Houghall Woods. This is amazing. And unlike yesterday, there's not a soul about. Yesterday, I was passing people left, right and centre in the good weather. Bit of rain comes about. All weather people don't like it. They love the sunshine, but they don't like going in the rain. Off the beaten track now. We've had some timber come down. Free your mind, peace and quiet. Some people find it boring. I tell you what, I feel good. I do. I recommend it. I love it when there's nobody around. You can just go out and do what you want. Go for your run. Blast through the woods. No social gatherings down here. Keep your distance all the time. Lockdown's almost over anyway. Right, through the puddles. There we go, over the sty. And this part of the woods, when I was younger, I always thought there was a witch lived on the left hand side, because there was always like those witch gathering things, you know, the sticks all mounded up. But like the Blair Witch Project, you know, the Blair Witch Project, I always thought there was witches lived in that house, but clearly I was wrong. So we get from the doom and gloom and the scariness of witches to some jokes. What do you call a man with a fish on his head and its rod? What do you call a man with a seagull on his head? Cliff. And a one I made up years and years ago. What do you call a man with a bus on his head? Fucked. Right, we get on with the run. 50 minutes done. Feeling good. Going to go down by the river, down by Shincliffe, and we'll see what's going on down there. Before we head up to the river, I'm here at Houghall Colliery. Yes, the old colliery. I actually thought when I seen this well, or this mine shaft, the old mine shaft, I think it was the old pit head. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think that I was thinking of the movie The Ring. You know, I said before about witches. I was thinking, which way should I go? Should I go that way? Or which way should I go? Should I go this way? And here we have it. But it's all been blocked up. What a shame. I was hoping to look down there, see what was down, but it's all been blocked up. Someone's tried to squeeze through. Maybe he's a badger or something, get his way through that bit of metal. And not some naughty people trying to break in. But yes, Houghall Colliery. The old works, there you go. That's a canny while ago. There we go. The second shaft had coal-fired steam engine to haul men and coal from the pit. It may have looked like this in 1870. We're on the road to nowhere. Let's find the end. Well, almost an hour's running. About 7 mile steady pace today. I was a bit faster yesterday. I did an 8 mile blast yesterday. Today's recovery run. It's nice to get in the woods on the soft mud, because when you get old like me, good on the joints. Too much of this hard stuff is not good for joints when you're 49-year-old. So it's nice to get on the field and in the mud. Well, there's an hour up, couple of laps of Shincliffe Woods and big lap of the field, and I'm here where really I should have been starting. Number 1, Shincliffe Bridge, Houghall Discovery Trail. 2.5 miles, unless you go the way I've gone, and it's slightly further. And then I'm going to have a look in the river, as you do. Oh, and there's no one kicking about. Smells gorgeous. Oh. You need to get out and about. Can't sit in the house all day. Does me head in. I think I've seen one person out for a run, and that's it. But there we have it, River Weir down by Shincliffe. Like I say, I've done a couple of laps of the massive fields, around a few woods, almost down by Prince Bishop's, come back, a couple of laps down Houghall Woods. Doesn't really matter how fast I ran it, end of the day, it's about recovery today. Good run yesterday, I'm a little bit stiff today, but that's the run. And I tell you what, it doesn't have clear your mind. I feel 100% better now, I feel loads better. Time to go back for some chili. I'm going to make chili for me tea tonight. There we have it. There's the run over and done with. A nice hour's run. Can't complain about that. Feeling better, feeling fresher. There's a young couple there smooching in the car. Don't know if they've just met up today. I know it's social lockdown, but people will probably still meet up. Yeah. So let them get on with the smoochies. Young love, eh? Young love. Oh, to be young again, to be young again. I'm just an old git now. Yes, well, I do suffer from that illness called old age, and it does get on your legs, it does get in your bones, so you need to get off onto the soft stuff. Even when you're younger, try and run on the grass as much as possible. Save your joints. That young lady left hand side there's been running quite a while. Well done her. Fabulous. Nice to see the young folk getting out and do some exercise. So as I was saying before I went for my run, I just did a mixed bag of places there. I really should have done it from the beginning. I went round to the end, but I decided to go, you know, squiffy miff and go the long way around. But now, afterlife, yes, afterlife. Someone, a new friend of mine's told me about afterlife. Ricky Gervais now. Ricky Gervais. I haven't been a massive Ricky Gervais fan over the years. The Office I had no time for, and other little programmes he's been in. But I have to give Ricky Gervais 10 out of 10 for Afterlife. It's absolutely fantastic. It is. It pulls on the heartstrings. His wife, you'll know from the start, first episode, his wife has cancer and she's just died, and she leaves him loads of instructions on videos. She talks to him about getting himself out, getting himself, looking after himself, you know, feeding this, that and the other, take the dog to the beach. It is a really, really good show. Fantastic show, Afterlife. And you know, it pulls on the heartstrings. If you're a big softy like me, you might get the odd tear here and there, but it's really funny as well, and the humour is second to none. Absolutely fantastic. I said I wasn't a great Ricky Gervais fan, but I was laughing me back off and dropping the odd tear every now and again. So yes, I've watched season 1, it was fantastic. I'm on to season 2, and I've been told season 2 is even more more of a weepy. So there you go. I found Bridge to Terabithia an upsetting movie to watch. So that's what that's how emotional I do get, even though I may not come across that way. A hard beaten exterior on the outside, but I've got a soft heart and a soft centre in the middle somewhere. Now we're heading up past the old Mount Oswald golf course. I used to go there when I was 16, played 1 or 2 rounds with me mates when I was 16 at Mount Oswald. I used to love. The first golf course I ever went on was Mount Oswald. I wasn't very good, but I got round in about 99 to 95 shots per 18 holes when I was 16. It wasn't too bad. I used to love golf when I was younger. I bought a set of golf clubs, St Andrews golf clubs, fantastic. And then I took my son there when he first started playing golf, and I had to go after a long time away from the sport, and I was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. There's the police or ambulance. It's the police. Yes, the police doing a fantastic job. And I was terrible at the golf course. I really was. Mount Oswald, my son was about 11 to 12 and he beat us. So there you go. He is good. He's a good golfer. He was good when he was younger. That was the day, I think, when Manchester United hammered Arsenal 6 or 7-1. I cannot remember. I think Rooney scored. I'm not sure who else scored, but that was a good 9-10 years ago, I think it was. Something like that. It might have been less, I don't know, but that was the time I went there and I had a round of golf. And I remember I was on the 5th hole and I duffed a couple of shots, and I was about 100 yards from the hole, and I topped this shot and it rolled all the way down the bank and straight into the hole, and I was dancing around like I just won the Open, even though I was absolutely awful. It was probably for like my 10th shot on that hole, but it was good. Here we are, we're going back across into Durham. I'm going to head back down towards the Duke of Wellington. If that ever reopens, that's a lovely, lovely pub to take your lover, your wife, your girlfriend, or, you know, for a nice romantic meal, or if you just want to go with your mates for a few beers and take the kids and the family. It's a great day for a meal, lovely night for a meal. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful place, some wonderful food. The Duke of Wellington, I've been there many a time. They do a nice pint and they do a lovely burger, because I do like my burgers. It's stopped raining now, as you can see. Get rid of that water on the windscreen. It's been chucking it down. England's a funny old country. You'll have it in the morning where it's absolutely blazing red hot, not a cloud in the sky, and then you get to the afternoon and the heavens open up and it chucks it down. My new shoes are muddy as anything. So now I'm gonna go. So the moral of the story is, if you're feeling down, feeling depressed, you're feeling all locked up in lockdown, get yourself out for that bit of exercise. It does you the world of good. Now on the left hand side here, as you'll see, it is the Duke of Wellington. This is the pub. This is the pub I'm talking about. It's a nice pub when it's open. I recommend going here. It's top of Neville's Cross. I think it's top of is it Low Banks or Low, I forget the name of the road now. Top of Potters Bank, anyway, Potters Bank. That's it. I'm coming in. I've came in the exit, I'm coming in the entrance. I mean, end of the day, there's no one here. It's Low Barnes Bank or something it's called, isn't it? At the end of the day, I'm still losing my mind like usual. Right, I will get this road correct in a second. I will look over to my left or to my right, and I won't left, right, left, right. Here we are. Where's that? Oh, there we are. There it is. Low Barnes Bank. That's what it's called. Low Barnes Bank. You never heard this the first 15 times. It's Low Barnes Bank. There we go. Right, I'm heading off to Ushamuir now, and I'm going back to get me tea. Going to have a nice hot chilli and some rice. Absolutely beautiful, apart from the chilies that are in the chilli, which makes us cough. I must be the only person in the world. Tell me, anybody out there? Is anybody out there, right? I eat anything spicy and I do a coughing fit for 5 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with us. I've had a cough for 20 years. It's part of running. I take it out and about. You get out the fresh air. I just must get some sort of like a reaction or something. But when it comes to chilies and even hot chicken wings, I cough. I have a coughing fit. A bit of spicy pizza, I cough me heat off. And then once I've had some water, I calm down. Then I'm much better. I get over it and I'm fine. It's bizarre, it's weird. It's just the way I am. I can't help myself. You know, it's the mad mistake. Right, we'll see you later again. We'll go for the final time. We'll see you later. And hopefully, you know, enjoy your Sunday night. Enjoy your week. Social distance. And hopefully this is going to be the end of the lockdown. We'll know by the weekend whether we're coming out of lockdown and football will finally be back on, back end of June to the beginning of July. Right, we'll see you later. There we go, some nice chilli. Look at that, chilli and rice, beautiful. Get some of this down us. After a good one. Spicy. I think there's some chilies inside this chili. Like I said, I have some chilies and I get a coughing fit. Well, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel and we'll catch you later on in the week. I'm going to enjoy this bad boy now. Can't even wait to get in the sitting room and eat it now. Oh, beautiful.